Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cascadia Inswinger. I'm Eddie Smith with my co-host, John Floresca. This is going to be a little bit different. We're doing a video show today. As you've been watching, we've just been doing an audio show. We've had some problems with our editing, and so we're doing this for right now. We don't know how long this is going to stick around, but we're doing it today. So we're going to get right into this with our first match of Vancouver versus Montreal. This looked pretty good for Vancouver early on, but that was quickly wiped away by Montreal. John, let's talk about this.
Well, Montreal came in with an intensity that was unmatched. They still have a chance to take that Canadian championship spot away from Toronto, and they showed that they want it. They did give up the early goal to Theo Blair, and so it looks good for Vancouver early, but Montreal said, no, no, no. We want an opportunity to play for that Champions League spot. They dropped the next 4 goals. Really, they scored 5 because the own goal. So really, Montreal scored 5 of the 6 goals in this game. But they were just too much to handle for this Vancouver squad that doesn't really have a whole lot to play for right now.
Yeah, and also in the second goal for Montreal at the tail end of the first half, Hasal making kind of a rookie mistake in my eyes, going completely out of his way to try to get the ball, stop the ball from advancing, and then ended up tripping up. I don't have it in my notes for who he tripped up, but tripped up the Montreal player, and it was an easy PK for the referee to call. It's bound to happen, but definitely not necessary, and the game could have been a lot closer.
The game could have been a lot closer, but I also don't think it should have been, in the fact that Montreal is just playing with more heart right now. And the red card to Lucas Cavallini in the 57th minute definitely took any wins out of the sails for Vancouver to try to make a comeback in this. They were down 3-1 at the time the red card happened, and you could just see that the air just got sucked out of this team when after that. They were playing with only 10 guys, and Cavallini is the leader of this team now. And so when you lose him, and it's even worse because you lose him for the next game coming up, this young Vancouver team just doesn't have the ability to play through something like that. Montreal did pick up a red card in the 72nd minute, which did make it 10-10 at one point, but it was too late in the match for that to truly matter. Eddie, are you worried about Vancouver going into their next game on Wednesday?
I don't know. I think it could go either way. If Vancouver tightens up, I think they'll be fine. Tightens up the defense. But they're also going for points for the season. I'm not looking to see them hold back and just play nothing but defense. Yeah, Montreal has a little bit more going for them. They're playing for league points and they're playing for a Canadian championship. So I'm definitely looking to see Montreal push a little more to make sure they get not just the 3 points, but the goal differential. Maybe that opens up the back for Vancouver to go in and score.
Yeah, Montreal is definitely going to be pushing. Any win by Montreal gives them that Canadian championship spot. They would tie in total points with Toronto, but due to goal differential, they would end up getting that spot. So Montreal has a ton to play for in this game. Vancouver, not so much. Another thing to note would be who ends up starting in the place of Cavallini. Maybe your favorite player, Freddie Montero, gets the start. You've been talking about him for a while now. They have been starting with 2 forwards with Theo Blair, who's been doing absolutely phenomenal since they had him in the starting lineup, scoring that goal in the 7th minute last game. But Montero is not Cavallini, so you know that this Vancouver team is going to have to play even more counterattacking soccer than what they're already playing in this game. I'm not quite sure Vancouver has the ability to get up for this game and even make it a fun game to watch.
It'll definitely be interesting. I do have to note, I think my favorite player is obviously Hasal, not Montero.
Right. Montero's not your favorite player, but you brought him up a lot in previous shows. You like to see
I
it.
bring him up because he's been a key part of Vancouver for a few years, and so it was weird that he just disappeared at the start of this season. So it's interesting to see him back in the lineup. Um, I agree with you. I would not be surprised to see Montero in the starting lineup for this next match against Montreal. Maybe he changes the outcome of the match a little bit. Maybe provides a little bit more flair at the front of the formation. Maybe not. Um, but that's something that we'll have to see as time goes on. And we won't have to wait long as the match is tomorrow.
Yes, that match is tomorrow. I am looking forward to watching it. For me, it's a win-win. And the reason it's a win-win, if Montreal gets the W and knocks Toronto out of that qualifying spot, I'm happy because I'm not a huge Toronto fan. I'd much rather see Montreal get that spot. But I also want to see Vancouver win. So for me, no matter which team wins, I'm going to take a positive out of it either way. I have Montreal running over Vancouver 3-0 in this one. Not even close. Sorry, Vancouver fans, but Montreal and Thierry Henry's got this team playing with a lot of heart.
I'm going to say this match is going to be a little closer. Um, I do think Montreal will take the victory in this one. Um, I'm going to say 3-2. But if Vancouver does get some crucial points, that that'll bring them up either to 10 points or 12 points depending on what they get. So it'll bring them up to a 11th place right now in the standings and only 2 points back of the last playoff spot.
I mean, that's hopeful. Obviously, that's hopeful for Vancouver. Any sort of positive result, whether it be a draw or a win, would be great news for this team. That game is 6:30 tomorrow or Wednesday uh, in Vancouver. I don't think that makes too much of a difference, except for the fact that you've got an East Coast team flying to the West. I hope you guys enjoy the game. I will probably be watching part of this game and then switching over to Portland. I think the Portland game may be more exciting, but I hope to catch some of this one. Are you going to be able to watch any of it, Eddie?
Well, with my new phone plan, I should have ESPN Plus now, so I should be able to watch this match. So I will definitely be glued to it.
Well, let us know your thoughts. Tell us your predictions before the game if you think Vancouver is going to make Toronto a very happy team or if Montreal is going to be the one celebrating at the end of the day. Tell us your score line. That's all we have for you for today. And as always, go Cascadia.